Have you ever felt like being alone is the worst thing that could happen? I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like that. But what if I could tell you that this season might just be filled with peace, fun, and healing, and a time that you actually didn't know you needed. And I'm going to show you how you can embrace that. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing that we need to recognize is that life is dynamic. It can change, and it's important for us to be able to ebb and flow with life. And that's how, the life is going to be a lot easier of a ride if we can just kind of go with the flow. And embracing that life changes. And so this season might be filled with being, solo and having a lot of solitude. But next season might be filled with fellowship and connection. So it's important to take this season in preparation for the next. And, I'm always in a season of trying to be better than the last. So use right now to get yourself better in whatever that is. And maybe that looks like, maybe you start reading books more. Maybe you take some time to read more. Maybe you take some time to go on walks with your animals more. Maybe you learn how to cook. Maybe you, work on learning how to do your hair. These are times where the solitude times are really great times for you to embrace the things that you've wanted to do. And they're times that you can check off your list. So really embrace those times, and you'll see how much you accomplish actually, and how many new skills and, freshness in your mind comes about. How do I say this? Reframing how you look at being alone. Telling yourself that you get to be alone instead of I'm alone again. Because for me, sometimes I laugh at myself now. I used to get upset about it, and I still do get upset about, being alone at times. Like this weekend, for instance, I'm supposed to be in Austin at my sister's, and my other sister and her boyfriend were going, and my dad and his girlfriend were going. But the whole point of the trip was we were moving my other sister that lives down there into her boyfriend's house, who they've been together for like 6 years. And so I was going to be like the seventh wheel, and I just didn't want to do it. And so instead of, being sad about those things, I laugh about it now. I'm like, I don't want to be the seventh wheel. I'd rather just stay at home with my animals and embrace my solitude in that way, instead of like spend all this money. And they didn't really need me moving, but I got sidetracked on that one. So I'll go back to it. So reframing solitude, telling yourself that you get to be alone, you get to do these things, and really embracing the daily tasks that you get to do alone. I get to come here and I don't have to answer to anyone. I'm telling you, that is very nice. The other night we had a dinner at my sister's house for my little niece's birthday, and I ended up leaving before everybody. And I find myself doing that, and it's because I'd rather be alone. I just much rather just come home and be with my animals. I spent the time fellowshipping a little bit, and then I almost have, which I talk about sometimes in my other videos, only child syndrome. Hold on, let me see about my dogs a moment. Hold on. They're staring at me. It's raining, so they're all inside. That's why all the towels are by the door. But Willie is the one barking. What's wrong, Willie? What's wrong, William? Okay, let's get back to it. All right, and so one thing that I have learned about myself is I used to wish that I could go on vacations with my friends, with my sisters, and all this and all that, and I would yearn for it. I still yearn for it. But as I have done it the last couple of years, I go on these girl trips and things like this. Sometimes I'm at the point right now where I want to go back to solo traveling. And I'll still continue to go do, girls trips and things like that. Like I'm going on a sister's trip in June, but I really have learned that I love being alone when I travel because I don't have to answer to anybody. I can do what I want. I am a picky eater, so I want to eat specific things. I don't want to go, particular places. And I've just learned that I'm very particular. And I know that comes with being used to being alone and being, independent and everything. But I'm just saying, guys, it's fun. You should try it. Travel by yourself, go places by yourself. One of my favorite things to do is go out to eat by myself, especially when I'm traveling. I love going out to eat by myself. I'll take my phone. I used to take like a notebook and things, but now you can do work on your phone, and you can even put like an pod in and listen to a podcast. I have a pretty good time being alone, really and truly. So I want to know how you would embrace these times. Let me know in the comments what you think, how you would embrace reframing solitude and just recognizing life's different seasons and realizing that you should be in an ebb and flow situation. Number 3, I would say, is the healing power of solitude and embracing being alone so that you can have self-reflection. When you can self-reflect, then you can grow. You can learn to grow. You can know what you need in order to grow. And I think it's really important that you take the time to be alone, to, meditate on the word and listen to what the man upstairs wants you to do, if you're a believer in that, and use the season to understand yourself better. Because when you can do that, that's when real growth can happen. And just realizing that next season might bring a total new situation. You might have, your life filled with people. And so take advantage of this time right now while you get to be alone, while you get to have more peace and quiet in your life. Guys, I hope some of this helps you. I know I've struggled being alone for a long time. When I was younger, I embraced it a lot better, a lot easier. I didn't think about it as really at all. I loved it because I was just going. And then, when I slowed down in my 40s and started, building my business and started seeing all the people around me having families and husbands and, just that family life, I started to think that I was missing out. So I've had to really learn to dig deep into who I really am, why I have and why I am where I am in life. And honestly, it's taken a lot of heartache. It's taken a lot of self-reflection. It's taken a lot of tears. But what I've come to conclude to is that I chose this life. When I look back on my goals that I have everything, most everything. The only thing I don't have on my list of my goals that I wanted back in my 20s and 30s was a degree. And quite frankly, I'm okay with not having a degree from college. I'm okay with that. And I have a lot of other accomplishments as far as my career goes. And it outweighs what I need from a degree. And so sometimes, like I said, it just takes some self-reflection to remember that, hey, you chose this and why you chose it, and be okay with that. Be happy with that, and be okay and happy for other people, for what they have in their life. For a long time, I struggled with jealousy jealousy even from my sisters. And that's not a good place to be. And we shouldn't be jealous of people, and we shouldn't be jealous especially of our sisters, of our siblings, of our family. We should be grateful. We should be praising them. We should be grateful to God that they have what they have. And we should do the same for ourselves. And if you don't have something in your life that you want, self-reflect, make a plan, and take action, because you can create the life that you want. And this channel is all about that. I hope that you stick around and subscribe, hit the bell so that you know when I drop another video. And let's do this together, friend. Like, we're not alone. Even though we may be alone and solo and not living with anyone, we have each other. And that's partially why this channel has been created, because I want you to know that you're not alone. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Until then, create the life that you want and let me know what you think in the comments. All right, bye, guys.